Anytime we try to read a brand new drawing, we need to look at the title block first. So in this case, the title block is right here. Notice that it's sideways. A lot of architectural drawings are like this. And if I look, it gives us information as to sheet number, total sheets for this sheet set, the name of the architectural firm, the name of the client, the architectural stamps that they have, and project numbers and things of that nature. So in here we know that this is a bank. We have several different notes that we need to look at. This drawing was for instructional purposes only, then it might not be a real bank. We have some other notes over here that you need to look at and just read. Gives us a lot of information about the drawing itself and some symbology, and then a little legend here for the sections themselves. The number up here is the section number, and then the number down here is the sheet number where the section is cut. Okay, so just remember that this is sheet 1. By the way, the other assignments that you will see are part of this sheet set. You might have to come back and refer back to this to kind of put it all together. And then we have some other information here. Sewage lift pumps. Read all of that information carefully there. Down here it says showing the entrance walk. So it gives us a better description of what the walkway looks like. See, there's the walkway right here, and then there's another one here. So it gives us information as to how that walkway is laid out. Okay, we also see this section over here is the bigger section. That was interrupted here. I guess it comes through here, kind of like this. We see these lines. These are roads, state route here. And then on this side, we have the US highway. Here's where the location of the bank is. Okay, but notice that there's entrance over here to some parking area. There's some buildings of some sort over here. It says unassigned for future development. So that means that they are not developed yet, but the idea is to have it developed soon. These lines that are going across, these are power line easement. So what that means is that nothing can be built underneath that area. And if you notice, the building right here barely missed that easement. So they are in compliance with that. Okay, so this seems to be grassy area. It might be that they will develop it later. I don't know. But for now, that's what it seems to be. And if you look closely at the bank area, here's a drive-in. There's another one here. These seem to be curbs. Here's another one here. And the bank is situated right here. There's something right here, and it tells us that this is an existing trailer to remain functional and accessible through our construction. So that means that it's not a permanent building, and it will be taken out once construction has ended. You have this line here. It tells us that it's a property line, and then this right here is the line of existing pavement. So if I zoom out, you will see the same shape over here. So that just means that this has been blown up a little bit so that we can see it better. Notice that it's labeled as a site plan. Anytime you have the word plan in a drawing, that just means that it's the top view of the object. In something like this, you will have a north arrow. Here's the north arrow, and it's pointing this way. And it's pointing that way just because that's how the building is laid out. The curb around the perimeter of the object there. Notice that these are individual parking spaces there. There's more parking spaces over here, and all of this is pavement, and in here we have the main building. If you look, these lines are the same 3 lines that we saw on the drawing, and that's the power lines. And notice that there's a note right on the drawing that it says building must not encroach on easement, verify on field. So right here they are going to probably have to shift it a little bit if it interferes with that easement. Okay, so this is the building itself. Notice that it looks just like a section view with section lines plan. Later you will see the floor plan for it. These are just walkways here and there, and then you have the main entrance, and then another entrance on the other side of this bank. You will notice that there is a drive up here that is concrete paving. I do want to mention that you see these lines. These lines are for the grade. So along those, it will tell you what the elevation is. In this case, is 772 feet above sea level, 771. This one will be 770 right here, 770, 69. So this is graded down. Okay, if you look at the final floor plan for the building itself, is at a 774 feet. So this right here grading is 772. The building is 2 feet above that level. So what they had to do is bring in dirt so that they can level this to build that building. There's some other elevations that are given to us here. Elevation top curve of the curb is 771.5 feet. On this one is 772.5 feet. There's another one here, and so on. And then whenever you look at these, I want you to kind of come and pay attention to some of the other information that is given to us here. These are some dimensions that are given to us for each one of these areas right here. So that being said, that just means that the distance from here to there is 47 feet, and then from here to there is 1.6 foot, and then from here to there is 21 foot 2 inches, and then the curve itself is 6 inches right there, and then 24 foot to here, 20 foot to here, 6 inches for the curb, and then 9 foot from here, and then another 6 inches for the curb. You will note 2 different things. You have a manhole here for sewage. That sewage line continues down to provide that sewage for the bank. There's that sewage over here too, information for it. There's a water line here, existing sanitary sewer line here. That's how it's going to tap into it so that it provides that sewage to the building. On this side, it's a section through the curb. So that means that they have taken a section through maybe right here to let us know what that looks like. Okay, so this is the elevation of the curb here, 6 inches. That's the representing the little 6 inches in the curb right there. So it tells us how this is laid out. In here you will have the grassy area. In here you will have the paved area. So this is for the parking lot. This is the hatching for dirt. Okay, you will notice that the curb is 6 inches, like I said, and 6 inches from here to the top of that pavement. In here it tells us how that pavement is. It has 2 inches of concrete. Then you have crushed stone and the dirt here as well. It gives us the scale here. Notice that each one of these give us a different scale for each one of these. So we have a location plan here. We have the site plan here. And we have a section through. Notes here, notes there. Now, I do want you to remember this note because that is important for the other assignments that you will see also.